Good day, folks. It's your host, Uncle Drummer. This is another session of Hot Topics. Hope you had a great week, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Yeah? Large up to everybody. All my ladies, large up yourself. All the men out there, big up yourself. All the pity them, enough love. The topic we're going to talk about today, I believe, is a very important topic. Your dress code. Yeah? To some people, that means a lot. To some people, that doesn't mean a lot. You know, some people walk around every day dressing like tramps, and they're very, very, very wealthy. They don't care about dress code or nothing like that. They just care about what them having in the bank or what them having in their pocket. Right? So them dress like tramp. And I feel them business that. And there's some people that dress up to the nines, and they haven't even got a tenner in their pocket, mate. You know what I mean? And for them, it's all about appearance. Alright, so what we're going to talk about today is dress code and how important that is. Yeah? Alright, so boom. Getting on to dress code now. You know, like, I've seen people in the past talk about dress codes when it comes on to kids. You know, they talk about, some mums be talking about other people's kids, talking about they dress them up looking like big people and they don't like it, and you know, and I can see it to an extent, but I don't personally think there's nothing wrong with that. You know, sometimes they dress up these little kids in their Jordans and their Gucci bags and all this stuff, and little True Religion and all them things. Then, you know, I personally don't think that there's something wrong with that. But on the flip side, what I can say is that, you know, if you start dressing up your kid in peer name brands from when they're small, when they get older, that's what they're going to expect. You know, they're going to expect you to shell out on them, and they don't want nothing more, nothing less than that. So that can be, you know, a downfall at the end. When it comes on to dress code for little girls, you know, some people, they do dress up their kids like big people. You know, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that in a certain way. But what I will say for sure is that when them start put makeup on them, little pitney, and you know, it's obviously, I'm talking about like a little child under 5 or something like that. 5 and 6, you're not really supposed to be putting on bag of makeup on them and nothing like that. You know, so yeah, that's where I think the problem comes in with me, where it comes on to dress code and you're dressing them up like a big lady. I don't think there's nothing wrong with you dressing them up like a big lady, you know. But when it comes to makeup and all that stuff, I don't think that they should be doing that to the little kids. I think that's force ripening them, and I don't think that they need that right now. So yeah, on a child level, me personally, I don't really think that there's anything wrong with dressing up your kids like big people. You know, no, as long as you know how to exploit them, you know, as long as you know, dress them up in some short miniskirt or nothing like that. No, yeah, but as long as you dress them up and they look like big people, they're looking respectable as kids, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But let's move on to the dress code when it comes to adults. And this is definitely something that I've learned, yeah, and I feel like I should pass it on to other people, because maybe people realize, maybe they don't. But this is certainly something that I've seen in my lifetime, and you know, I definitely think I need to pass it on to people. Alright, boom. When you look at our parents, or our parents, yeah, back in them days when they used to dress up in their leather skirts and their this and their that, their all-in-ones and whatever they was dressing up in them times there, and the dads used to dress up in some big old tough Crocs shoes and crocodile skins shoes, and in my van, them trousers with the seams. Yeah, do you know about the trousers with the seams? Because enough people don't know about trousers with the seams. But yeah, the trousers with the seams, I'm talking about with jeans, you know. Jeans has got seams in it. Yeah, and them have on them Gabici, them have on them big felt hat, them have on them leather mac, you know, them have them kerchief. You know, when we as youngsters used to look at them guys, yeah, our parents and parents, we used to look at them in pictures and think to ourselves, and sometimes them have on them chaparita and them sovereign and them standing next to them car and them pose up, you know, like them dress up to the nines, and we used to look at them and think to ourselves, rotted, look at dad, look at mom, look how they look like big people, man. But in their days, when they was growing up, they looked up to their parents and their grandparents, and the people them that was around them, and everybody was dressing like big people. So when we look at them in these pictures, yeah, they actually look young. Like in the face, you look young. You know, you could definitely see mommy or daddy was young them times. But the way they was dressing is like some big rotted people. So obviously, like, you got the big woman look or the big man look. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference between them and us. In their times, they wanted to look older than what they look. In our times right now, it's like, I think that we're a bit confused in a certain way, because we want to dress up in hoodies, jeans, you know, all this latest stuff, the trainers and all that stuff. And we're 30 and 40, some of them all 50s, and still dressing like that. So the difference is, in between where we're growing up and they're growing up, they wanted to look like big people. We're trying to dress looking young. That's why we're wearing tracksuits and all that stuff. And I think what I'm saying about the dress code is, I think the dress code and these things don't help you, because, you know, when some people got on a hoodie or some jeans or something like that, sometimes it can make people feel like they're younger. A man might be 40, like a man could be 40 and he's wearing a hoodie and he's wearing his jeans and his trainers, and in his mind he still feels like he's 20 or he's 19 or 16. You know, I think sometimes when you put on your shirt and you put on your suit and your blazer and everything, yeah, and your shoes, it kind of makes you feel like a grown-up. You feel like a big man. Like, you know, when you go to a wedding, a funeral, or a christening, and you have to put on them good clothes, you actually feel like a big man that day. You know what I'm saying? So I think dress code is very, very, very important, you know. Yeah, definitely. And that's what I think the difference is between our mums and our dads. They was caught up in that big people look-alike thing, and we're caught up in the younger people look-alike. Like, we wear clothes to try and look younger. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, if you see a young boy wearing some big man clothes, you think to yourself, why is he dressing like an old man for? Or why is she dressing like an old woman for? Like, if you look at a lot of, like, no, I won't even say it. I won't even say it. I'll cancel. Yeah, I will say it as a matter of fact. If you look at a lot of Jewish people in UK, they all dress in that one dress code. They got this kind of same the same clothes. They all look the same. But they've been dressing like that from they was children. Like, you see 6-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 5-year-olds, they're all dressing like that. They all dress the same. That's how you can tell a Jewish person in this country. They all dress the same. And, you know, like, when you look at their dress code, you might think, oh, boring, I'd never like to dress like that. Why are they dressing like that? There's many clothes out there that they could wear. But let's get one thing straight, yeah? If you're dressing like that from a 6-year-old till when you're way up in your age, you actually feel like a grown-up. You're used to wearing trousers, shoes, shirt, tie, if anything, you know, hat, coat. These things, these actually, you know, that kind of dress code would make you realize your age. You know, I know people look and think to themselves like, nah. But yeah, That's why these people, they move how they move, because they've been trained from early to dress like a big man. You know, when you're dressed up in your hoodies and your this and your that, it's young people's thing. Unless you're doing sports or something like that, you know. And I can't sit here and be a hypocrite, because I actually do it myself. You know, I've told myself many times now, I'm going to wear a shirt today, I'm going to wear this, I'm going to wear some shoes or whatever. But I don't know, it's like I feel uncomfortable in it. But at the same time, you know, what you wear can like change your mind frame. You know, what you wear, the clothes you wear can change your mind frame, you know, and make you start thinking and acting a certain way. You know, so clothes are very important. Dress code is very important. But yeah, like, so that's what it is. I think that we're caught up between two different times. And my advice, Uncle Drums, the advice I'm going to give you before we lock off, because there's only one I'm giving you today, one hot topics, is I don't think there's anything wrong with people dressing up their picnic, looking grown up, as long as they're not exploiting the picnic them. Yeah, as long as you're not slacking out the picnic them, I don't think nothing's wrong with that. But at the same time, you have to notice that if you're dressed them up in a beer name brand and all them thing there, you're gonna have to cater for that. You understand? Because that's what that picnic's gonna expect. That's one thing I'm telling you. And second of all, what I'm telling you is this, you know, and even I have to take my own advice. I can't even be a hypocrite to this thing. Second of all, what I'm gonna say is that, you know, when you get to about, let me say 30, right? When you get to about 30, 35, 40, the advice I can give you is this. I think that the males in UK should start wearing shirt, shoes, you know, occasional trousers. You don't have to wear trousers, you can wear jeans, whatever. But put on a shirt, yeah, put on a shoes. Don't be frightened to wear blazers and all that. You don't have to just wear blazers to funerals and weddings and christenings and all them things there. Put on a shirt, put on a blazer, go outside and face the world. And you'll see that when you put on your blazer, your shirt and your shoes, people look at you different, they treat you different, because when you go to the airport and stuff, and people dress up in a suit or a shirt, you know, if you look at white folk, every time you're at the airport, not all of them, but a lot of them, they dress up smart to go to the airport. So if they're asking for an aisle seat, or they're asking for this seat, or a window seat, or whatever, yeah, a seat with more leg space, people will kind of take them serious, because oh, he's got a shirt and a tie on, and you know, he looks very, yeah, business type, yeah, that's cool. You know, when you turn up there in your Arsenal top and you got shorts on and you got your trainers on, they look at you like, oh well, you're just gonna have to take what you're gonna have to take what you get, mate. Sorry, there's no space and this, that, and the other. So yeah, I definitely think like you need to, you know, as you get to 30, 40, put on a shirt and put on a shoes, yeah, and you know, just see how it goes. But that's my advice for today. Uncle Drummer, the man of the hour, yeah. You don't know how the favorite uncle in the world, you know, right? Big up everybody, enough love and enough respect. Uncle Drummer, I'm out.